Buckminster Fuller, most well known for the geodesic dome, was an engineer, poet, philosopher who said, "Dare to be naive." And he was naive. He was thinking about success of 100% of the human beings on this earth. That was his idea of a global viewpoint. He invented this map so you can walk around and see the whole globe before you. The map was about fairness and success for everybody. Why is that so hard? Fairness and success for everybody. Bucky said, specialism closes the door on comprehensive thinking. The comprehensive thinking that we need that takes in everything, it's like it's through that door. And we are stuck in our specialist room and we can't get out. Our specialist hat is too fat. So what does that look like? It starts to look like straight lines. This is an almond plantation. The trees blossom for 2 weeks a year. And after that, the bees would have nothing to eat. And of course, you need bees to pollinate the trees. So what do? We bring the bees in. We bring the bees in these boxes. We truck them in. Each box contains a colony, a community of bees. The whole community is brought in to work for 2 weeks and then to the next place for 2 weeks. You can imagine how stressful that is for the bees. And the bees, being delicate creatures, are not coping very well, and there's this thing called colony collapse disorder. Bucky said, the great pirates divide and conquer by using specialization. Specialization to exploit. And it seems that there's always some kind of box involved in specialism, and that is the tool of the great pirate. Speaking of boxes, here we have the big box store going in at Westmount. Walmart, the big box store, specializing. You go to Walmart, specializing monoculture. Every parking lot in North America starts to look just like this one. So what's the problem with that? Why does that happen? Bucky said there's this weird connection between specialism, money, and technology. And Walmart actually is a great example of this. They have this awesome, warehousing technology, keeps prices really low. Everyone can buy really low, the money thing. It's like making money. And then you become a specialist, and you can only shop at Walmart. And what's the problem with that? Well, there is a downside. Here's this, look at this guy. Look at this guy. His sign says, Zeller store closing. I look at this guy and I think, is that the future? And I say, like, why? And I ask myself, is this a crisis? And I'm thinking, yeah, when I look at it, it feels like it is a crisis. It feels like it's overwhelming when you think of all the things that are not working. And I get tense, and then I think about nature again. I think, oh yeah, what can work? Well, beehives, that works, And then you look again at, they have this small amount of specialization. See these honeycombs again? It's like the geodesic form again. It's like, gee, yeah, maybe we could design something. Maybe we could design solutions to these problems. So this is where I want to draw a parallel between Buckminster Fuller and permaculture, which both have this notion of design solutions. And the design in question is this thing called stacking functions, which means you're not just going in one direction for one cause. You're actually kind of going out in 3 different dimensions or 3 different kinds of goals. A tree is an example of this. Stacking functions, the tree provides shade, the tree provides shelter, the tree provides wood. So does stacking functions for the credit union, also for the lunch truck. There's many functions that those things are serving. Not like this, right? Here's monoculture again. Notice the straight lines. It's almost like anti-function because we get, out of this monoculture, we get sickness, we get waste, and we get lots of cruelty. Now just compare that to stacking functions approach to raising chickens right here. And if you look hard, you see the chicken in the middle. And that's an integrated chicken. They get eggs from the chicken. She's learning about the chicken. They're going to eat the chicken. The chicken's a garburator, right? This chicken, the energy is so different. This is an honored existence for the chicken, right? Here's some non-specialist jam making. This is fruit rescue. You're going to hear more about this later. Also stacking functions thing. It keeps the fruit out of the landfill. It's increasing food security. And it's actually making connections in the community. And it seems like when we're starting designing stacking functions, it always kind of goes out in the community. Here's a modest attempt in my backyard. I brought the desk out from the study, and I'm dividing the patio here from the lawn, and I got a closet thing going on and some pot holders. I'm thinking maybe a trellis, art installation, like, you know, it's kind of a work in progress. Stacking functions is fun. It's not all about making compost. I don't want to give that impression. It's just like both permaculture and Buckminster Fuller were saying, just do the small thing that I can do. What is this small little thing that I can actually do? And what I found is when I do that small thing, I actually feel better. You know, I don't feel so hopeless by doing that small thing. Bucky said that it's like a boat, the rudder here, orange, hard to turn the rudder. But there's this thing on the end of the rudder, the little trim tab that can move the rudder, and that can move the boat. So the little trim tab can have this huge impact. And Bucky used that metaphor for us in the world. Now, these are the hours when the great pirate who cowers comes down from his towers. Flowers, flowers, powers, flowers, finding your powers. Flowers finding your powers. Powers finding your flowers. Thank you.